Welcome to another episode of Recent Game Pickups. First off, a big thank you to the new subscribers and welcome to the show. The first game, I bought it at a second-hand store. I bought it for 10 crowns, and that's Nintendogs and Cats, Golden Retriever and New Friends. I don't know this game, but I have played some of the other Nintendogs games back in the days in 2005 or something like that, 2006, back when the Nintendo DS first launched. I had a friend back then who bought the bundle with the Nintendogs, and I think it was a blue Nintendo DS, so we spent some times playing Nintendogs. Pretty nice game. Reminds me a bit of the Tamagotchi units that you had 25 years ago or something like that. So nice to have this one for 10 crowns. Vampire Reign. That's actually a pretty bad game, but I bought it just to have it, I think. It's a stealth game like Splinter Cell, just with bad mechanics, bad gameplay, and with vampires. Two Worlds. I have not played this game, but I have played Two Worlds 2, which I also has in my collection. But this first game, back when it first came out, it was announced as a serious threat to Oblivion. This game versus Oblivion, what would be the best action RPG out there? And I think the answer is Oblivion. This game actually is not that great of a game. But I have the sequel, and now I have this one. Nice to have it in my collection. The limited edition of The Darkness 2. I have completed The Darkness and The Darkness 2 on my PlayStation 3. I found this game pretty cheap and I bought it. I will make another playthrough and harvest some achievements in this game someday. The Darkness, a pretty cool game series, I think. Stormrise, got this for 10 crowns, pretty cheap. It's a pretty lousy strategy game as far as I know. Will I play it? Probably not. Shadowrun, another cheap game that I bought. Don't know anything about it. Ryzen 2 Dark Waters. If I remember correct, I have played Ryzen 3 a bit. I have not played the number 2 yet. Automegus X, or Excellent. A game inspired by the Gradius series. Konami game. I don't know if it's the same team that have made Gradius, maybe. It's a pretty good game, pretty good shoot 'em up actually, I think, and it's Japanese style with these anime girls without much clothes, so that's awesome. Nice game for cheap money. I think I bought it for $8 or something, brand new. It's one of the cheaper games out there for the Xbox 360 shoot 'em up games. And this 99 Nights, I don't know the game. Kane and Lynch number 2 Dog Days. I completed this for my PlayStation 3, and I think it's a pretty cool game. A really short game, but it's okay fun to play it. There's one mission where you have been tortured and you are battling to a city without clothes on, and blood all over your body. Pretty fucked up, but a nice game. I think I bought this for 10 crowns, brand new, as far as I remember. Gears of War Judgment, the last Gears of War game that I need to finish to have completed all the Gears of War games. Nice to have it. I will complete it someday. And BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. Fighting game, looks pretty awesome, this one. Some Xbox One games. Killer Instinct Combo Breaker Pack. Bought this from a local web shop in Denmark for 29 crowns, brand new. And Sunset Overdrive, bought this for 50 crowns. I think I will try this out and maybe complete it someday. I really like all the colors and it looks pretty hand-drawn graphics in it. It looks like a fun game to play, just to relax and play it, so maybe I will try it out in the future. A single PlayStation 1 game, a double pack with two 007 games in it. Some PlayStation 2 games. Rainbow Six number 3. Rainbow Six, that's awesome games, I think. Narnia, don't know this game. NBA. Medal of Honor Frontline. I have tried this out on GameCube 10 years ago or something like that. It's a pretty good game actually, and I have completed several of the Medal of Honor games on the PlayStation 2, European Assault and Big Red one, I think. No, that's a Call of Duty game, whatever. They are pretty similar, but I think they are pretty okay games, but maybe not nowadays. First person shooter on a PlayStation 2 nowadays, that could be a problem. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Heat Seeker, another Tom Clancy's game. Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 Platinum. And the sequel to Dark Cloud 2, or also known as Dark Chronicles. I have played the first Dark Cloud game a bit with my what's called my wife's father. Pretty nice game actually. I don't have the first Dark Cloud game, but now I have the sequel. Board Games Gallery, another Phoenix game, and Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. A couple of PlayStation 3 games. Fracture, Lair, Ride a Dragon and kill a lot of enemies. I can't remember if this is a launch game for the PlayStation 3. Back in the days it has been criticized a lot because of the move controls. It was not sharp enough, but as far as I know there has been released a patch, so now you can use the analog controls to fly the dragon, and that should be a lot easier. So now it's actually a pretty decent game as far as I know. Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. I have played the first Red Dead Redemption game. I have not completed it yet, but I think I have a save file where I'm halfway through or something like that. I found this game pretty cheap and I bought it, so now I have the DLC or the expansion, whatever. Red Faction Guerrilla. Red Faction, I played it a lot back in the days on the PC. The cool thing about Red Faction is you can actually destroy the whole world. You can take a rocket launcher and just shoot in the grounds and make a tunnel. You can destroy buildings, all kind of stuff, so that's pretty cool. And Splatterhouse. I'm looking forward to play this one. It should be pretty gory as far as I know. Nice to have it. Dead Light for the PlayStation 4. I completed this game last Friday in one setting. It reminds me a lot of Limbo. It's actually a side-scrolling puzzle platformer where you have to fight against zombies and escape from zombies, and suddenly there is some kind of army and you're battling them. A pretty good game. And this one, I bought this for 15 crowns in a second-hand store, and it's Lord of Destruction for the PC, the big box version of it. I have spent a crazy amount of hours playing Lords of Destruction. I don't know, 300 hours, 400 hours, and just grinding gear and getting a lot of loot and bail runs and all that kind of shit. But what amazing game. So I'm happy to have another Blizzard game for my big box collection. One of my focus points in my collection is the PlayStation Vita games. It could be fun someday to have maybe a complete PAL collection of Vita games, or a complete collection of Vita games of all the games released for the system. But I'm taking small steps on that way, and yes, my Vita collection is growing bigger, and that's pretty cool, I think. Since last time I have bought 3 new Vita games, or 1 new and 2 used Vita games. The first one is God Eater 2, and that's a Japanese action RPG. It looks a bit like Monster Hunter for the Wii and Wii U, I think, combined with some Final Fantasy. As far as I know, God Eater 2, it's launch title for the Vita system back when it released in Japan, I think, but I'm not completely sure on that. But I got this pretty cheap. Just arrived in the mail today, Uncharted Golden Abyss. As far as I know, it's not possible to... You can run this game on the PlayStation TV if the PlayStation TV is whitelist hacked. But unfortunately it's not possible to complete the game on a PlayStation TV, because at some point in the game you have to walk across, I think it's a fallen tree or something like that, and you have to use the motion sensor or something like that to keep your balance while you are moving over, and that's not possible. So you can actually come to this point in the game and it's game over if you are using the PlayStation TV. But nice to have it. I think it's one of the must-haves for a Vita collection. The last game, Virtue's Last Reward, the sequel to 9 Doors, 9 Hours, 9 Persons or something like that. I have played the first game, 999, on the Nintendo DS, a pretty good game. I have not completed the game, but I have played some hours of it. But Virtue's Last Reward I played on my PlayStation TV, and it works pretty well on the PlayStation TV. I think it's a pretty nice game, and I think I'm 6 or 7 hours into it. So 3 new Vita games for the collection. Next time I will be talking about my Vita collection. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you next time.